Have you ever wondered what actually happened to DOGDAY? The smiling critters took over DOGDAY's body and started controlling his movements. But how did they do it?
Let the vows rest just thought love.
There are a few theories I've been thinking about, but the last one seems to be the most accurate. First of all, he's not possessed, but has instead been used as a puppet as the critters controlling. We see that DOGDAY was chained up without his legs. How could this have happened? We believe that the other members of the smiling critters didn't want to submit to the prototype, so they were killed by catnap. But why is DOGDAY missing the lower part of his body? DOGDAY is one of the most important members of the smiling critters, and he is being kept in here for a transformation. This puppet method probably doesn't work on everyone. They need different methods for different toys. This is likely the reason why Kissy Missy got attacked at the end of the chapter. DOGDAY was used as a puppet, because you can still hear him gagging and groaning during the chase. But why is he gagging? We see that his voice has changed and become much more terrified. And the likely reason for this is that they ate away at his vocal cords, rendering them only scratchy and unrecognizable. He is gagging the whole time, implying that he was alive during the chase but unable to talk because of the critters inside his throat. One of the critters entered his head? Well, that critter is abusing DOGDAY's brain, sending signals to limbs and whatnot, basically using him as a neck. The saddest thing is that DOGDAY has the strength to break his chains as he breaks out to kill us, but he chooses not to. That scene is absolutely horrifying, and actually I love it so much. The way it surprised me watching it for the first time from DOGDAY's voice lines. It seems like those who oppose the prototype are simply killed off, but their insides are used to nourish those who do follow. That's why his legs were torn off, for easy access to his insides. Perhaps they consumed the last of his essence just as the player presented themselves, allowing them to take control of him like a puppet. When we escaped from DOGDAY, we didn't actually see what happened to him. Could DOGDAY be alive right now? He was eaten from the inside. The belt in his stomach lightly kept his organs from falling. He is definitely dead. Nothing but an empty shell. I guess you could say every dog has his day. But in all seriousness, rest in peace. It's sad that the smiling critters are most likely babies were experimented on and turned into a small heart. Scared of dying, always hungry, lost. DOGDAY's situation was rather unfortunate. Who probably survived a train crash and was found by Cactmad, who then devoured his legs and prepared him for the sinister transformation. This transformation appears to involve either an already converted toy or a mass of them affecting one's internal organs in some way. When you look at the scene, it's apparent that they all went inside him, giving the impression that there's too much for them to have their own space. After taking over DOGDAY, you'll see that he goes from having completely black eye sockets to having white pupils, and you won't see the smiling critters protruding anywhere inside him because many of them went in, and it seems like there are too many to fit. Now, this raises the question of why the smiling critters would want to do this, not only to DOGDAY, but to anyone not under the control of the prototype. Well,
and this is what he does to heretics. These little toys follow Catnap to avoid that very fate. And in return, they are fed. We try to fight it. The prototype's control. I am the last of the smiling critters.
He mentions that the prototype will kill anyone who doesn't follow its beliefs or resists its control. So they serve under Catnap, who is also under the control of the prototype. In return for their obedience, they are fed the toys and staff who oppose the prototype. I believe that the smiling critters overrode DOGDAY's mind with their evil influence, similar to Catnap and the prototype. It seems he wasn't entirely dead during the chase scene, as he could still move, but his actions weren't controlled by his own will. Instead, they were likely manipulated by the smiling critters. However, right after the scene concludes and we successfully evade DOGDAY using a jump pad, you can hear his screams in the background. Firstly, the screens don't sound like Dog Days. They seem to come from the smiling critters, indicating they finally managed to eliminate him. That's all from me for today. Comment what you think about this. Hope to see you again in the new video. Subscribe and click this.